G'day, it's Mike here. If it's okay with you, I'd like to take a couple of minutes to share how I went from depressed, broke, stressed and tired to travelling the world, doing what I want when I want. When I was young, I got some advice from a friend's mum. She said I should do something I enjoyed, not just something that paid well. So I quit school early and didn't know what to do. I studied mechanical engineering, but after a couple of years I lost interest and dropped out. I got a job in a waterbed heater manufacturing company, and initially I enjoyed it. But it was just so monotonous. I knew I'd never get wealthy doing it. At the time, some friends were moving to Australia, so I dumped the job and moved as well. Just like that. I thought the path to wealth and an enjoyable job was to get a degree. Because I dropped out of school, I had to go back for a year and catch up. I didn't have any money to pay for university, so I'd work for 6 months and then study for 18 months. 6 years later I got my degree, and then went and got a totally unrelated job just because I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the mines were in remote parts of Australia. It was pretty hard on my newly married wife. When they offered me a full-time job in the middle of Australia, I quit and went to work for a software company in Sydney. All through my working life I've been trying to find a balance between something that would keep me healthy, like working in construction, and something that would occupy my mind, like programming, all the whilst being enjoyable. Hardcore. After programming for 6 years I just became fat, and because I wasn't staying up to date with technology, I lost my job. Soon after that my stepdad died. To top it off, my wife said she was moving to Japan with our money and our 2 sons. It was the hardest time of my life, but I moved to Japan to stay in my kids' life. After a few years I was so depressed I moved back to Australia, chasing the mining dollar. Unfortunately, just in time for the biggest financial crash in history. Luckily I had a construction job which I enjoyed, and it carried me through the downturn. I knew I had to learn something else, because as I got older I couldn't work at the same pace as my colleagues. I studied the stock market, and had a couple of good months, then proceeded to lose everything. It wasn't for me. Back to construction I went, except I was no longer hitting the beach after work, I was taking naps. Whilst I was learning about trading, I followed some other students doing internet marketing. It was always in the back of my mind as I'd break my back lifting heavy iron bars. I joined a marketing course and studied it every spare minute I had. After 3 years of doing hard construction work, a point came one day. I was tired and stressed. My boss yelled at me to unload a truck. When I tried to tell him that I was having a hard time, he just walked away. That was it. That was the last straw. I was overworking for others, getting stressed in jobs I didn't enjoy. The next day I quit and started working for myself. Since then I've done nothing but what I want when I want. I travel to spend time with my sons and see the country of my birth, which I hadn't been back to in 15 years. I don't want to give you the impression that internet marketing is easy. I work hard at it, but I enjoy it, and it's not for everyone. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick program, I can't help you. And of course I can't guarantee you'll even get results. But if you're skilled at something you enjoy, and are willing to work hard and study hard, perhaps the internet is for you. I've met many others who have achieved great results when they got started. They didn't know a thing about internet marketing, making money online. They just followed the training that I'll share with you, took action and got results. The system I use was created to remove a lot of obstacles that prevent people from getting online. It's got the best training I've seen anywhere, and they've made it available to its members. You don't have to worry about how to get paid, setting up a website, or making cold sales. If you feel like this is something you want to check out and see what it's all about, I promise you it's got the power to change your life. I can't guarantee your success. I can promise you that if you don't do anything different, your life will remain the same. So go ahead, click the link and check it out now. Until next time, it's bye from me.